Most people think a heart attack starts with chest pain. But what if I told you that you could be having one without even knowing it? Every year, thousands of Americans ignore early warning signs, mistaking them for fatigue, indigestion, or anxiety. In this video, you'll learn how to prevent a heart attack, how to spot the hidden symptoms, and the latest insights on myocardial infarction drug treatment. Don't wait until it's too late. Let's talk about how to avoid a heart attack and how to prevent from heart disease for yourself and for the people you love. Have you ever felt completely drained just from brushing your teeth? Or walking from the bedroom to the kitchen left you needing to sit down? That's not just getting older. That could be your heart saying, "I'm in trouble." Unusual fatigue is one of the most overlooked early warning signs of a heart attack, especially in women. It's not just feeling tired. It's a type of deep, sudden exhaustion that doesn't make sense. And here's what's scary. Many people report this symptom days or even weeks before a heart attack actually happens. This is where prevention starts. Knowing this one sign and not ignoring it can be your first step in how to prevent a heart attack. Imagine this. You're sitting down, doing nothing stressful, and suddenly you feel like you can't catch your breath. It's not asthma. It's not just getting winded. This could be your heart telling you that oxygen isn't reaching your body the way it should. Shortness of breath, especially when it comes out of nowhere, is one of the most important early signs of a heart attack. It can happen even without chest pain, and it's especially common in women, older adults, and people with diabetes. Your brain senses the lack of oxygen and signals your lungs to breathe faster. But what you may not realize is your heart is struggling. It may already be in trouble. This is why knowing the subtler symptoms is critical. Recognizing signs like this is key if you truly want to learn how to avoid a heart attack. You're not exercising, you're not in a hot room, but suddenly you're sweating. A cold, clammy sweat. This isn't about temperature. This is your body going into fight or flight mode for a reason you don't understand yet. Cold sweats can be a major red flag that your heart is under serious stress. When blood pressure drops due to blocked arteries, your body panics and it shows up as sweating, even without physical effort. Many people dismiss this as just stress, but combined with dizziness, nausea, or a sense of doom, it could mean you're having a silent heart attack. Remember, not all heart attacks are dramatic. You don't need to collapse for it to be real. The best way to protect yourself is to stay informed. That's how you begin to prevent heart disease, by learning the signals before they turn dangerous. This is the one symptom everyone expects, but it doesn't always show up the way you think. A heart attack doesn't have to feel like an elephant sitting on your chest. Sometimes it's just a tightness, a squeezing, or a dull pressure that feels more like indigestion. In men, this chest discomfort tends to be more obvious, but in women, it's often subtle and may appear alongside fatigue, nausea, or pain in the jaw or back. That's why so many women ignore the early signs of heart attack, thinking it's just something they ate or stress from a long day. Here's the truth. If you feel a strange pressure in your chest that doesn't go away with rest, especially if it's paired with shortness of breath or cold sweats, don't wait. This could be the body's final warning before damage begins. Knowing when to take chest discomfort seriously is essential if you want to prevent a heart attack. Let's say your chest feels fine, but you start to notice pain in your jaw, neck, or upper back, especially between the shoulder blades. You think it's just a muscle strain, or maybe you slept in a bad position. But here's the surprising part. Referred pain is a common symptom of heart attack, especially in women. This happens because the nerves that carry pain signals from the heart share pathways with those in your neck, jaw, and back. So your brain gets confused, and instead of feeling pain in your chest, you feel it somewhere else. In men, this pain often shows up in the left arm or shoulder. In women, it's more likely to show up in the jaw, neck, or between the shoulder blades. Many women in the comments shared heartbreaking stories. They felt mild jaw pain or backache and ignored it. Later, they found out it was a heart attack. So if that discomfort feels unusual, deep, or comes with other symptoms, don't ignore it. This is how you avoid a heart attack, by listening to your body even when the pain is in an unexpected place. You eat a normal meal and suddenly you feel nauseous. Maybe there's some bloating or a strange discomfort in your upper abdomen. So you take an antacid and wait. But what if it's not your stomach? What if it's your heart? Heart attacks can mimic indigestion, especially in women. This happens when dying heart cells send intense signals through the vagus nerve, which also controls your stomach and digestive organs. In fact, many heart attack survivors, especially women, say they felt like they had food poisoning or acid reflux right before it happened. Why is this so dangerous? Because we dismiss it. We don't want to overreact, so we assume it's something minor. But if you feel nauseous, lightheaded, and sweaty, and it's not something you usually experience, take it seriously. Recognizing these confusing symptoms early is one of the best ways to prevent a heart attack before it becomes life-threatening. You stand up, and suddenly the room spins. You feel faint, off balance, maybe even confused. Sure, it could be dehydration or low blood sugar. But if it happens suddenly, and especially if you've never felt it before, it could be your heart. When your heart doesn't pump enough blood, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen. And the brain is extremely sensitive to even slight drops in blood flow. This kind of lightheadedness often appears in women, particularly older adults, and it's frequently mistaken for something less serious. But the timing matters. Dizziness caused by a heart attack usually comes on fast, not gradually like dehydration or fatigue. One viewer shared that her mother felt dizzy and sat down to rest, and never got back up. It's a chilling reminder that small symptoms can hide major problems. If you're feeling off, pay attention. Catching signs like this early could save your life or someone else's. This isn't the usual tiredness from a long day. We're talking about a kind of exhaustion that hits like a wall, where even brushing your hair or getting dressed feels overwhelming. Extreme fatigue is one of the most overlooked signs of a heart attack, especially in women. It often shows up days or even weeks before the actual event. This happens because your heart isn't able to pump efficiently. Your muscles and brain aren't getting the oxygen they need, so your entire body starts to shut down energy-wise. You might feel like you're coming down with something, but there's no fever, no cold, just this crushing sense of being wiped out for no clear reason. One woman in our comments said, "I thought I was just burned out. I didn't know my heart was failing." Sadly, that's a common story. If your body suddenly can't handle everyday activities, don't blame your age. Don't blame stress. This could be your heart calling for help. Your heart is racing. You feel nervous, tense, maybe like something bad is about to happen. You think, I must be having a panic attack. But what if it's your heart? Anxiety-like symptoms are one of the most commonly misdiagnosed warning signs of a heart attack, especially in women. Why? Because the symptoms overlap: tight chest, sweating, rapid heartbeat, fear. But here's the difference. A panic attack starts in the mind. A heart attack starts in the body, and it deprives your brain of oxygen. When your heart can't pump well, the blood flow to your frontal cortex, the part that calms fear, drops fast. That's why even people who've never had anxiety before suddenly feel panicked. One viewer said, "I felt scared for no reason. I almost didn't go to the hospital. I thought it was just stress." She was having a heart attack. If anxiety hits you out of nowhere, especially with other physical symptoms, don't just breathe through it. This could be your body's emergency alarm, and you should take it seriously. Have you ever just felt that something was wrong, but couldn't explain it? Many people who survive a heart attack say they had this strange, vague feeling beforehand. They couldn't pinpoint any symptom. They just knew something was off. This is your nervous system processing danger before your conscious mind does. Your body picks up subtle signals, shifts in blood pressure, heartbeat, oxygen, long before you can name them. Especially in women, this gut instinct often turns out to be surprisingly accurate. That weird feeling, that "I just don't feel like myself" moment, don't ignore it. Your body is wiser than you think, and sometimes that silent whisper is the only warning you'll get. So now you've heard the 10 signs, including the ones most people miss. But here's what matters most: what you do next. Don't wait for dramatic symptoms. Most heart attacks don't look like the movies. They whisper before they scream. Start now. Learn the early signs. Share this video with someone you love. Talk to your doctor about how to prevent a heart attack. If you're at risk, ask about myocardial infarction drug treatment. And above all, trust your body. It often knows before your mind catches up. If you want to stay ahead of heart disease, subscribe now. I'll be sharing more simple, life-saving tips on how to prevent from heart disease without medical jargon, just real answers. Your heart only gets one chance. Let's take care of it together.